Hello and namaste, my beautiful friends. I am Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. Welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of October the 7th, 2024. We are heading into some very interesting astrology as we enter this week. Now, we have a lovely connection, a sexy little spark between Venus and Scorpio and Mars and Cancer. I'm loving this for deep emotional connections, for flirtations, for, hey, I really see you, I feel you. This could be wonderful for people in committed relationships or people wanting to get out and date. Now, I do want you to keep in mind there are some difficult aspects this week, but one of the things that's kind of holding it together, holding us all together through these next few weeks is a nice little connection between Jupiter in Gemini and Chiron in Aries. Now, you'll remember Chiron has been in Aries for quite the long time and is such a slow mover in Aries. And Chiron is the part of us that feels rejected or unacceptable. We feel outcast. We feel damaged in some way. Chiron also, but mythologically, is the healer. He is the genius who teaches all the God's children, right? So there's this part of us where through our process of healing, of coming to do this hard work, that is where we gain so much wisdom. And it's connected in a beautiful sextile, which is a blessing connection, to Jupiter and Gemini, which Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. Now, Jupiter's in Gemini generating a lot of ideas, having a lot of conversations, but I see this as a potential for you to explore a new philosophy, find a new modality, something local maybe even, find the new acupuncturist, schedule yourself. My husband and I signed up this year, our amazing massage therapist, Heather. We signed up for a subscription. And so we have a discount and we get charged every month. And that has made us go. We take turns every month. And it's been so amazing. And just little things like that you might be able to find that can help you along your journey. You need to feel supported. This could also spark up some really fascinating conversations about some of the things that you've been through. So I feel like there's a real capacity to process some of this material with this connection between wise Jupiter and healer Chiron. Let that theme weave throughout some of these other transits as you move through the week. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on Mercury also stepping into a little bit of an issue here with Chiron, because even though Chiron is supported by Jupiter, it is getting ready to clash with Mars. And so we're going to set up what we call in astrology a T-square. And it's when two planets are standing across the sky with the tug of war, right? They're with the rope. My way, my energy. No, my way, my energy. And then another planet gets between them in a difficult angle and says, hey, I'm going to take you both. All right? That's kind of the energy that we're dealing with this week. It's going to strengthen all throughout the week. And it's going to be between the sun in oh so social, sweet Libra, standing across the sky from Chiron, trying to do this healing hard work, and Mars in Cancer, coming with those claws at you, a little overreactive, a little oversensitive, a little indecisive, and emotionally throwing grenades, okay? So these are the energies that we're working with this week. And if you know your chart, and I've had so many people ask me about this lately, because astrologers just blithely saying, well, if you know your chart. Well, maybe you don't know your chart, but you should learn your chart. And I don't mean memorize your chart. You don't have to become an astrologer, but you need to know which signs rule which of the 12 houses. And what you do is look at your chart, and each of those little 12 pieces of the pie have a symbol right on the line, and it will have a number and then a smaller number. And that larger number is the degree, and the smaller number is the minute. And so that's why when I say, oh, Mars entered the shadow at 17 degrees, you could look at your Cancer cusp and be like, oh, there's my Cancer area of life. What degree is it? This is why a lot of astrologers who do general forecasts use what we call whole sign houses, so that they reset the chart so that it only puts 0 of whatever sign that is at the very beginning of each wedge of the pie. All right. It's just a different way of doing it. I think they all of the different methods have a wonderful place in astrology. I want to know the exact degree. I'm just, I want to know. My ascendant, for example, is like 7 Libra. I want to know when something gets to 7 Libra. I don't want to pretend it's 0 Libra. That's just me. I may come around to it. Who knows? But anyways, so this is part of the understanding of where these are in your chart. And so what we're looking at is the degrees around 20, 21 degrees of Libra, Chiron, and Cancer. Those are where the clash pattern is getting set up. And because Jupiter is stationing retrograde on the 9th, pausing and beginning to move backwards, this engagement will stay a little longer. Chiron is just slow. Chiron in Aries loves to hang out, not moving very quickly. Mars moving a little faster, right? But remember, Mars is being supported by that beneficial Venus energy, which is great. But let's dial back to understanding this T-square, because not only will you start to feel it around the 9th, 10th, it's going to go all the way through the 18th, 19th of the month. You're going to be in it for a while. And so observing any argumentative nature, the shadows of Mars, right? Of anger and upset and acting without thinking and being immature. The shadows of Libra, letting people run all over you. The shadow of Chiron, this happened to me, I'm damaged, I don't fit in, no one loves me, I'll never be healed, I'll never be past this, I just have to get over it. No, you have to work through it. You have to absorb the lessons. It's still there, but don't let it become you. Don't let it define you. That is part of the journey, right? All right, and so I'm also going to watch, there's a couple moon voids this week to just keep an eye on. You'll need to adjust these for your time zone, but moon voids are floaty, inspirational, fabulous for meditation, art. You want to do some writing, some creative projects, get in the kitchen, mix up your own type of soup. Yes, but don't sign a contract. Don't make a big decision. And those times are on the 9th. It's 1:54 a.m. Eastern to 5:38 Eastern, but I'm just telling you because it's a large gap, and especially for my clients in the UK and Europe. And then I'm watching also on the 13th, there's a moon void from 10:11 a.m. Eastern until 3:55 p.m. Eastern. So observe those moon voids. Now, we have another little interesting thing here. While this T-square is building this week, from starting around about the 10th, Saturn is not interacting with any other planet. And when this happens in a chart, you could look at that in the natal chart or by the transit chart, but when a planet stops interacting with others, it kind of can fully embody its own agenda. I call it going rogue. So Saturn is like, okay, y'all, like do your thing, but I'm over here, I'm locking in the spiritual. I'm locking in the deep depths. I am connecting, strengthening all of this inner work that all these folks have been doing. And so the more you can lean into that, the more you can work with this energy this particular week. One more day to really pay attention to, actually two. October 11th. October 11th, Pluto stations. Boom. The brand, the stamp of the last period of time. It will be in the sign of Capricorn. I know y'all are tired of astrologers banging on about it, but Pluto and Capricorn's been a thing. And I think we're really going to notice the shift when we get into December, when finally it commits to Aquarius, and some might say the Aquarian age begins. It is not coming back to Capricorn in our lifetime. And so this new energy is really building, and there could be some symbolic events in the world when that planet stations direct that might show us where the last bits of Capricorn destruction needs to be managed in our lives and in the greater world. I'm also keeping an eye on the 13th as we get to these last couple days of the month. The week. Mercury in Libra is going to square Pluto in Capricorn. Right around the same time that Pluto's stationing. Yeah, that's not great, okay? Again, these social niceties go away, all right? Pluto's just like, I don't care how many times you said, please, you can't have what you want, or I'm taking this away from you, or no, I'm in charge now. I really think it's been interesting. I'm a big fan of Dan Waits, who is the World Astrology Report guy. If you have not checked him out on YouTube, finish watching this video, of course, and like it, but go quickly to his website. He's amazing. He is doing a lot of mundane astrology, which is world astrology, like what's going on in the world right now. And I am finding his videos to be absolutely so insightful. And one of the connections that he made that I did not even observe was how this jaunt of Pluto back into Capricorn has brought out a lot more exposure of sexual harassment and sexual abuse in the music industry, in the government, and what have you, right? That is another thing that Pluto does. Pluto rips the covers off of the muck and says, look at this, so that it can be cleansed, purged, and cleared. And so he relates that, those additional exposures to that journey of Pluto through Capricorn. So again, Pluto is not all bad, and be sure to check out World Astrology Report. Really love what he's doing. Mundane astrology, not my jam. All right. But yeah, this Libra square to Pluto, again, watch the social niceties, watch saying yes when you mean no, but watch arguments, difficulty, underhanded people, people taking advantage of you. That's something to really watch. And then watch the mind, because even if those things don't happen, if you're resonant with it, you'll see them happening. You'll read about it. You'll still experience that upset, you know? The brain doesn't always know the difference between what's happening to you and what you're watching. That's part of why I personally watch almost no television or even movies. It makes too deep of an imprint on me. I'm way too sensitive for that. I can't handle it. You know, it's just a movie. It's just a story. That never works for me. It never works for me. So I have to protect myself. I know that about myself. And then we've got, again, lean into this Sun in Libra, trine Jupiter and Gemini, and go, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. The other thing to watch out for at the end of the week and the beginning of next, Venus in Scorpio, gonna stand right across the sky from Uranus in Taurus. This is also an energy of secrets being revealed, of shocking news coming out. Anytime you've got Venus involved with Uranus, and of course, remember, Venus is standing across the sky from Uranus in one of her favorite signs, in Taurus. And so there's this kind of energy, synergy between the two of them. And Venus in Scorpio does not want any bullshit. She wants the truth. And so there could be some interesting movements as far as financial things, currencies, supply chains, the earth. I've been telling you guys for years, go plant a garden. Plan your spring garden, okay? Absolutely. All right, so looks like a pretty interesting week. I'll be very intrigued to see what the tarot has to say for us. If you found this useful and helpful, please comment, please like, please share. And I'll see you in the tarot, and I'll see you next week. Hello, my beautiful friends. Namaste, and welcome to your Isis Lotus Tarot spread. This is going to be for the week of October the 7th, 2024. So we come out of the eclipse, and we are prepping for a little bit of a tense T-square energy here. So, and then literally after this week, the energy just becomes really pretty erratic. So yeah, I'm intrigued by this. Now, we're asking for the collective. This is a reading for the collective, and this gives us the Isis Lotus blooms up into two potential ways to deal with the energy. So two different pathways. It could apply to two areas of your life as well. So maybe one side you really are vibing with career-wise, and the other more with your love life or something. So, but as it is with all these things, if you're hearing this and you're listening to this and it speaks to you, it resonates, it's for you. Okay. Not ready, not ready. Okay, keep going, keep going. All right, we're ready to roll. Now, the first card talks about the environment, about what we've been coming from, okay? So where we've been, all right? And so where we've been, the basic influence of the past, I'm getting two cards here. Four of Pentacles, trying to conserve time, money, and energy. and also the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got this little bit of a mix as we start this week, apparently, where we're in this like wanting to not spend money, not spend time, but also wanting to pursue these material things that we need to take action on. So a little bit of a conservative energy to start the week, tempering yourself a little bit. Now, you, for this week, Six of Wands. So you are feeling a little bit like people are looking up to you. People are saying to you, hey, what should we do? What do you suggest? You are being seen as somebody who has some answers. And the environment you're in, well, it's stressful. There are some worries. There's some upset. There's some sleepless nights. There is maybe an out of control mind at work here that is impacting you, or some negative energy. So you need to clear the energy and refocus the mind. Now, as these energies come together, we begin to have this Ten of Swords energy. This is what comes after the Nine of Swords that we just pulled, right? This is this sense of collapse or failure or wreckage, or, oh no, this is not what I wanted. This is not how I wanted it to work. This is yet an optimistic card, though, because it simply says that was not working for you. We had to remove it for you so that the pathway could be cleared for your future. So as these things come together, realize you are being prepared for something else. All right. And then the key card of the future is the Star. Okay, remember, be hopeful, be optimistic, do the inner work, engage with that Chiron Jupiter energy, do the work. Now, the opposing forces in play, King of Cups. There could be a male or masculine energy around you who is sensitive, who's loving, who's caring, who's thoughtful, who you can talk to or you can rely on. On the other side, we've got the Nine of Wands, which says, hey, don't forget all the work that you've done. Just because this one part of things is not working out, not all is lost. There is somewhere else you need to lean your energy into. Now, key card of the near future detail. Yeah, okay. Eight of Wands. Something's going to unfold very rapidly. I do get this feeling. Yeah, it's going to be like whiplash. The modifiers on the King of Cups side, the Nine of Cups. Now, this was a prominent card in the last reading as well. So there is some emotional abundance, fulfillment, happiness, joy, something positive here. So look for that. Same card we pulled last week as well. So Nine of Wands side, like you're pushing, you're almost there. Something changes rapidly. Again, trust the universe. Now, over on that King of Cups, Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups side, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Remember that these things that are unfolding for you are about skill building and understanding, about learning things at a deeper level. You are gaining new skills, things that you've been working on, maybe for lifetimes. And then on the Nine of Wands side, the don't give up side, the Eight of Wands side, the Four of Cups side, the Hierophant. So not only do you need to trust the universe, but you need to lean into your beliefs. If you have religious practices, prayers, rituals, engage in those. If you have a confidant or a therapist or someone like that you can talk to, it might really help you to kind of like parse things through. Now on the King of Cups side, in addition to the Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. A certain amount of rationality needs to be applied here. It's not all just emotions and intuition. On the Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups, Hierophant side, our dear friend the Tower arrives again. So I'm recording these tarot readings back to back, and I'm seeing the themes connected from last week. So you may even want to watch last week's video again and kind of see how the reading is kind of wove into your experience, and then this will give you a heads up on this week. But some kind of dramatic change. On the King of Cups, Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords side, we have the Fool. Never forget the power of imagination, of play, of possibility. On the Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups, Hierophant, and Tower side, we have the Two of Pentacles. Do not overreact to this change. This is not something you need to do a knee-jerk to. Things break down. They always do. But your response is what you can control, And so do not go to extremes. So yeah, I'm really seeing this basic influence of the past, this like understanding that there could be something going on with money, resources, that there could be some bumps, right? And so this is making us think, oh gosh, I need to like conserve, but also move forward in some way. And then, you are the Six of Wands. You are being like recognized, but people might be turning to you. Oh my gosh, what do we do? Your family, your employers, your employees. And then you've just got to make sure you're not sending all this energy to worry, to upset, to not trusting yourself. You instead need to allow things to unfold, to break down so that you can move forward. And, the detail card of, the key card of the star, of really thinking about how you're going to heal, how you're going to evolve, right? And really stepping into the changes, the shifts, the evolutions. It really is one of those things where you need to be adaptable. This one side, King of Cups side, it's like, yeah, be intuitive, understand the messages coming through, but integrate them. It's not enough to just sit around and ask yourself, oh, what should I do next? Like, make it a body of knowledge so that you can then make rational decisions and move forward, knowing how the universe works, using that full energy. And on the other side, yeah, there's this ending. It's kind of uncomfortable, but great healing will come, great change will come. You will continue to move forward. You will trust your angels, guides, your teachers. You will pray, meditate, connect. Change will happen, but you will stay balanced. All right, my beautiful friends, I wish you a marvelous week, and I'll see you next week.